Well, Allison, just talk about back-to-back weeks as pitcher of the week.
Back-to-back Pitcher of the Week has just been a really, really awesome experience. I feel really blessed to have my name on the award, but I really feel like it's a team effort, and I feel like there's no way that I would have got that award if it wasn't for the catchers just doing awesome behind the plate and the defense just making plays left and right. There was a play this weekend when I threw the no-hitter that bounced off Logan's wrist, and Aaron was playing short and threw and got the girl out, and it was just an awesome play. So there's no way that I would have got that award if it wasn't for my teammates.
Had you ever thrown a no-hitter before then?
I don't think so. Maybe once my freshman year, but I can't remember throwing one, so no.
Logan, just talk about your weekend at the plate. I think you batted like .529, and obviously you were senior grade.
Yeah, it was definitely, it gets easier when you have your, dugout there, trying to pick up signs and pick up pitches and everything like that. So, when you have, like she was saying, it's a team effort, and, yeah, I might be up there at the plate all by myself, but there's so much behind the scenes stuff that goes on that they really need to, the light, deserves to be shined on them a little bit too for it, because I wouldn't have been able to do it without them. And the coaches, their strategies. For every time we go up, there's a plan. And if you don't have a plan when you go to the plate, then, you're going up there basically with your eyes closed. So, putting, my balls on my feet on the chalk line and trying to take away the outside pitch and not letting the umpire take control of our at-bats was very key this weekend. So just making sure that, we know what we're facing, and every time we get up to the plate, we have a plan, we have a strategy to it, and it's a total team effort with that one. You can't do it alone.
Allison, what's working so well for you right now? Any particular pitch or approach?
I would like to say approach. I would like to say it's just more of a mental game, because softball's so mental. So just working pitch by pitch and focusing, on what's ahead and not what has happened, and just really trying to spin the ball and hit your locations.
Coach, just getting away for the past weekend, just the whole experience. How do you think that can just help the team, just being together on the road, bonding and everything?
Well, I think every championship is won through team chemistry, and we had a great trip, all in all, softball and off the field as well, and we had a lot of fans come down. We had a lot of parents there, so we traveled well this weekend. We had some alumni come out that live in the area, and so I think it is always a great experience bonding-wise for your team and your team chemistry and getting to know each other more and better. So I thought it worked really well this weekend. They got to hang out, some good quality time outside of classroom and outside of the field. So I think we got we might have made some chemistry points this weekend.
When you talk about the off-the-field stuff, obviously your team went 5-0. How did y'all handle all the distractions, being down there, doing all the things, Disney World, baseball games? Just how was that? And y'all finished 5-0.
We talk about living in the moment and playing the game in the moment, and pitch by pitch, and looking through the windshield, not the rearview mirror. And our girls, we talk about it, we practice it. It's part of our routine. So, Disney World, the baseball games, all that is a little bit of clutter that is not going on in what we're doing at the moment. So in the moment, when we're at the baseball game or watching spring training, which was way fun, we're in that moment. We're enjoying spring training, and we're doing what we're doing. And then when we put on our uniform and we go to work on the softball field, we're on the softball field and we're in that moment. And our girls do a really good job. It takes a lot of maturity to do that, but our girls do a really good job, and they prove that they were mature enough to handle a big trip with a lot of distractions by playing the game one pitch at a time. I was real proud of that.
Logan, for both Logan and Coach, y'all played a really wide variety of teams here in pre-SEC. How do you feel that's prepared you for conference season?
Very, very well, because with the variety of teams, there's a variety of pitching. So our hitters get to see a lot of different types of spins, different types of windmills, and I think that helps, the team to learn how to adapt to adversity. So when it comes to, all right, we got a lefty, she's got a lot of spin. Well, we faced Kylie. We faced, numerous other teams that might have a lefty with, a ton of spin. And I think it's going to help, to everybody practice speed. You can always hit speed. But I think that when it comes to learning how to wait on the ball and waiting how to stay through the ball and not trying to hit it out every pitch, trying to move your runner, be a team player, and know that your little dinker to the second baseman might have just scored someone for the winning run. So it's all about how I think these different types of teams have helped us learn how we can fight adversity, and I think it defined us a lot too on what we're made of and what we can do as a team and what we can accomplish through this season and on through postseason.
You two have faced each other in practice, haven't you?
Yeah.
All right, this is a question for each of you. Allison, why is she such a tough hitter? And Logan, why is Allison such a tough pitcher? And Allison can do it first.
Logan just sees the ball really, really well. I mean, she's got a lot of power behind it, so you really have to place your pitches very, very smart. You have to think about where to throw it. And because if you miss, it's probably going over the fence. So she's got a lot of power behind her swing, and she can see the ball really well.
What makes her such a good pitcher?
God, what doesn't she have? Let's just put it that
Tell
way.
us what she has.
Yeah, what doesn't she have? Well, whenever you have, like I said, anybody can hit speed. But when you have speed and movement, it's a completely different ballgame. And so with that, if, I pull off, if the teeniest little bit, it's a game of inches. And so, if I pull off one bit, I'm done. I'm not going to hit her. And that's one thing that, is good and is a blessing of having her, is knowing that, look, you got to stay on the ball. You got to make these little corrections that are going to help you. And that's how she makes me a better hitter. And it's just a matter of, she's got an awesome changeup too. She can work with the rise ball. Her changeup can go to the side or can go down. You never know. And so with all that going through your head as a hitter, you got to be able to clear your mind and be like, all right, time to use your hands, or else, nothing's going to pan out good for you.
Allison, you're primarily a starter, of course, but how did you like being thrown into a save situation?
Oh, I just love our staff in general because I think we have such a deep staff. I mean, all of our pitchers can be thrown in any situation, which is really awesome. I can come in and close, or Beck can come in and close, Kylie can come in, Jason can come in, Shanna. I mean, there's just, it's unstoppable possibilities, and that's why I just love our staff, because I feel comfortable starting and I feel comfortable closing, and they feel comfortable starting and they feel comfortable closing. So it's just a blessing to be a part of our staff.
Coach, looking ahead, just what have you seen from LSU?
Well, we have Memphis tomorrow, so we're really focused on that right now. Like I said, we try to live, moment by moment, and we try to focus more about the game is our opponent, the game and ourselves are our opponents. But, LSU, looking at their schedule, they've played the most top 25 teams up until this point in the league. So they're going to be experienced. They went to the World Series last year. They're going to have some resolve about them. And I look for it to be a typical SEC series, which is very typical of a super regional. Every weekend in the SEC is just a typical super regional because everybody is really good. So I just look forward to getting out there and playing the game against whomever, and I think it'll be a fun weekend. The weather's going to be great. Baseball's in town. There are a lot of things going on campus, and pitch by pitch, one pitch at a time. We'll start tomorrow night with Memphis, and then we'll lead into the weekend.
I hear there's a family connection between LSU and Mississippi State. Can you just talk about that?
We have, we just graduated Brittany Bell, and we have a redshirt sophomore, Brianna Bell, and LSU has a freshman, Bianca Bell. They are three sisters from Tampa, Florida. They played for the Tampa Mustangs, and their dad, Joe Bell, was their coach and had a great team growing up through the ranks, and his team's always competed really well. And both Bree and Bianca are having very good years thus far. And it should be pretty fun. Brittany was down in Orlando this last weekend, and LSU was competing down there as well. So the whole family, mom, dad, brother, the 3 sisters were all there in Orlando. So it was a fun reunion for them. And so now we'll go head to head. If there's anybody more competitive on this planet than me, it would be the Bells. So they are going. I'm sure they will. Put their family ties aside while competing, and then love each other after, but compete hard during.
Allison, how was it to meet Paul Mahala, just as a pitcher and a former Mississippi State?
So awesome. And I'm from Georgia too, so I'm a huge Braves fan. So just being around the Braves spring training was awesome for me anyways. I took so many pictures, but he's just so humble, and it's so awesome to meet a pitcher that's just so humble, that's come from, our state, and, is a Braves player, which comes from my home state. So it was really, really cool meeting him. He's a really, really nice guy.
Did he tell you about the plate in his head?
No. He just, took a couple pictures and just, wished us good luck. But he's a really big inspiration to us, being able to start off at Mississippi State and go and play, pro. So hopefully we'll be seeing him again soon if he, maybe comes out to a game.
It was Maroon Friday, and he had on his maroon.
He sure did.
Making a great program takes talent. You got 2 right here that are tremendous talent. Have they kind of moved your schedule ahead of where you thought you'd be after going into your second year? Because these are big time talents right here.
Destination disease will kill you, and
I don't know what that means.
I don't have my sights set on. You make goals and you make a plan, and there are things that you want to do along the way. And today is let's win today. And it all depends on, every coach knows you're only as good as your players. And if any coach will tell you any different, man, they've got a bigger ego than I do. But these guys are, as long as we can get everybody to buy in and believe in what we do today matters. What we do right now today matters more than any goals or projections. That's how we get to the goal. That's how we achieve what we want to achieve. So there's no destination disease. It's let's get in quality players, quality kids, quality students who are willing to be blue collar, get down in the dirt, be selfless, be excellent, be competitive. And you know what? At the end of my career, I'll look up and I'll say, did I do that? And hopefully I'll be able to lay in my grave at peace, knowing that I did the best I could every single day to teach these girls about life. So I hope that gets us to where we need to be.
So did this having those 2 enhance your potential for reaching those goals this year?
These guys are great players. They're great players. They're great competitors. They're both selfless. They both are excellent. They work hard, and they are competitors. And the blue collar part is the part I love. Somebody who's willing to just get down and dirty, and they do that. And I think some of the best players in the country have to be willing to work on their skills. Both these guys right here are. They work on their craft, and they love it. They're ballpark brats, and they love it. And Allison could stand here and talk pitching for hours. And this one right here wants to coach everybody's swing. She's an extension of the coaching staff. And I definitely think they were great additions to the program without diminishing what we already have here. I think we have a great nucleus of players that work together well, and the team chemistry of everyone is vital, and these 2 are a huge part of that team chemistry.
I've got another question for both of them. You 2 knew about her reputation. Was she a big reason both of you transferred here? Because of her reputation?
Absolutely.
Tell me.
She's the main reason that I came to Mississippi State. It was just, playing against her previously and just knowing what she could do and what she was capable of. She really is the best pitching coach in America. I've said that before. And And she's just fun. I mean, practices are fun, games are fun. I mean, they're tough. Don't get me wrong, they're really tough. But even in the tough days, you always learn something new, and that's what I love about it. Like, I enjoy going to practice and working because I learn something new every single day. So that's the main reason that I came here.
Yeah, I had already heard about Mississippi State through Heidi and Sam. I played with them previously, and then never really thought about it more, and then kind of was like, well, who's the coach, and who's this and who's that, and I was like, oh my God, it's Van Studeman, I was like, oh my God, I get to play for her, and I mean, it has been above and beyond what I ever dreamed it to be with her as a coach, because it's not only been a coach and player relationship. Like, she really does, she cares, about teaching you life lessons and learning more than what's just on the field, because that's you learn a lot of lessons on the field, but what you don't learn, she makes sure to cover. And with that and with her knowledge of the game and her competitiveness, it's contagious. And how can you not love to play for somebody that's going to want to go out there and kick everybody's butt? I don't care if we're playing the Braves and we're playing Paul, or we're playing, some podunk team from some podunk town. Every game's going to be, just hammering and competitive, and we're going to beat them, and we're going to score 24 runs if we can. So, and that's fun to play for. It's exciting.
Any other questions? Sweet. Thank you.
Thank you.